Hi, this is Amir Anzur, and from Webpreneur University. I'm sitting here today with Mohamed Parham Al Awadhi.
Yeah.
He says it better than myself. He is a founder of Wild Peeta. He's an entrepreneur based in Dubai, and I'm gonna let him tell us a bit of your story. So, Mohamed, tell us your background. What were you doing before you started your Wild Peeta?
I was born and raised here in Dubai, and I studied here as well. Did a couple of years in the States, in Texas. And then I came back to Dubai, worked with my father. He had a toy business, and I was a slave to him, and he hardly paid me. So I decided to join a corporate company, and that was Philips, a Dutch company, as a medical rep. So I sold CT scanners and MRIs and ultrasounds. So I know a whole bunch of information about that. Did that for a few years, and then joined a tobacco company, and my role was regional, so I managed the Middle East, parts of Africa, parts of the Mediterranean, parts of Asia as well, and I did stuff like launch Dunhill across the Gulf. So
it's all about, branding, marketing.
Yeah, and then I said, what else can I do, that's unethical? And I said, cosmetics. Let me do that.
Really?
Yeah. So I joined the cosmetics company called Beiersdorf, and I was responsible for brands like Nivea, and that was very interesting, and that probably explains why my skin looks so good.
Okay.
I did that for a few years, in total 12 years with multinational companies, and that's when my brother and I decided to start up our own business called Wild Peeta, and what we do is we've taken this sandwich called the shawarma that's very specific to this region, and we came up with the question of why can't we internationalize it? Yes, I made up that word.
Yeah.
So we took the shawarma and we added like a bunch of sauces like Thai sauce, Indian sauce, Italian sauce, and we even have a vegetarian shawarma for vegetarians. And the place is called Wild Peeta, and you can check us out on wildpeeta.com, or you can follow us on Twitter, Wild Peeta, or Facebook even, and find out more about us.
So, was your idea to sort of create a McDonald's or a Subway's, but for this region, and make it into a franchise?
Well, we're trying to prove a point. So, our point is, you don't necessarily have to have fast food. You can have good food served fast. So all our food is made fresh every day. So our juices are made fresh every day. Our sauces, our bread, our salads, our soup, everything. Yeah. So we know exactly what goes into it. And then all the ingredients that we use are from the Middle East. So wherever we open up Wild Peeta, we're going to source ingredients from that region. That's really important, because we want to put back into the region that we operate in, put back into these industries. And it's really important from a sustainability point of view. So if we operate out of Dubai and we buy vegetables from, I don't know, Europe or Australia or the Americas, that's not going to help any of the farms in Al Ain or in Abu Dhabi, for example. So we try and do the right thing.
How long ago did you start that?
We opened up a year ago, I'd say.
Yeah.
I think so. And within that year, we were closed for 4 months because we had this flood, which shut us down for those 4 months.
Wow.
But we came back, and here we are.
And can you tell, people watching this that are interested in starting their own brand in the restaurant, in the food brand, what some of the challenges that you found were from the beginning?
What do you think, Anna?
I'm not sure about the challenges. You know what I think? I just would like to say more about what Mohamed was saying about sourcing the food. And I think that one of the things about Wild Peeta, which is really good, is not just that they source the food locally, but that they care enough to make sure that this food is good. Like you were telling me, they went to the butchers and they designed their own shawarma and made sure the meat in there was like the best quality. They did this themselves.
Yeah.
Also, when they set up their business, I hope you don't mind me saying, but they worked themselves in the business making the sandwiches. I think this is really important, because they now have this personal connect to their business, which means that wherever they go and however big it expands, they'll always care personally about each and every branch because they know that it's their thing.
Yeah.
Right now you have one branch, right? It's in Wafi?
Close to Wafi. It's in Dubai Healthcare City.
Okay.
And we're expanding to another one in Deir City Center.
Okay.
Majid Al Futtaim has been kind enough to give us the opportunity to have an outlet there, and hopefully more. And we're going to have Dubai World Trade Center by the end of the year.
Awesome.
And by the beginning of next year, we would have finalized our master franchisee for the UAE. So then we'll start expanding. But I mean, just building on what Anna just said as well, we stopped serving meat shawarma for probably 4 months because it wasn't good enough for us. So it wasn't good enough for our customers. You know, and that's, I think, as a small business, it's really important for people to know this. When you're a small business and you have a passion for what you do, you take pride in your product. You know, and it's versus an assembly line product that's mass produced, one size fits all, and you know, just distributed across the world. You know, so it's a very personal experience for us.
And in terms of, sorry,
You want to say something?
You can tell. That's what I was going to say. You can tell.
yeah. In terms of the business side now, you're setting it up as a franchise, right? Can you explain to some of the people watching what is a franchise and why take a brand like yours and to turn it into a franchise?
I mean, for us, it means growing very rapidly. So the capital that you can get from a master franchisee or from a franchise model is very important. Without it, I mean, this is given that you don't have, you know, sufficient capital to grow yourself. But for us, our focus is on developing this financial model, you know, so we can roll it out pretty much anywhere across the world. And that capital that we get from franchising is essential. From our side, you know, we just need to make sure that we can replicate what we're doing now across any country or city in the world. So, and we have processes that help us do that. Like today, traditionally, if you want to start a shawarma place, it would be very difficult because you would have to get somebody specific who knows how to make the shawarma and how to cut the shawarma. But we've eliminated that. So we've learned from McDonald's, you were talking about them earlier on, where they can hire anybody off the street and they can make a burger. So we've taken that and adapted it to the shawarma.
So let's say if a lot of people do want to start up restaurants, right? And they want to set up something like you're doing. Was there manuals that you could find that were, you know, how to set up a franchise business model? Is that what you studied, or how did you get in?
If anybody is going to start a restaurant and compete against us, we're going to destroy you.
All right.
Okay?
But
so watch yourself, okay? It's
So,
a warning. It's a virtual warning.
like how did you know about franchising? Did you go research experts in the industry, or what? Did you spy on McDonald's or Subways and all these people?
Well, you just go to how to open up a restaurant in DubaiHealthcareCity.com.
Okay, yeah.
And it tells you everything.
Step-by-step guide.
Yeah. Call yourself Wild Peeta, and then and so forth. But I mean, that's a terrific question because there's nothing like it, you know. And we are two ex-corporate guys.
Yeah.
You know, I did train for about a year at the Intercontinental Hotel here in Dubai when I was like 17, but that's about it. So when you start your own business, there are no manuals, there are no websites. You know, there's experiences that people have had, and you try and take that and learn from that. And we had a tough time, which is why today, you know, we're very supportive of anybody who wants to start a restaurant or any sort of a business. We share any information that we have, our suppliers, whatever that is, our prices, you know, just to help out.
And you used quite a bit of the web to promote yourself in the beginning, right? Like Twitter and Facebook, etc. Can you tell us, like, what was the impact of that, or how did you use it actually?
I mean, it's we basically are popular for not spending like a dime on marketing, really. And we did it all through social media, and I encourage small businesses and even large businesses to do that, because that connection that you can gain with your followers, with your customers through social media is it's
Did
priceless.
you learn how to do that from like the job that you were doing before in marketing?
Well, I always, you know, when you're with the corporates, they always tell you to just follow orders and not think, you know? So, but we always disagreed with that, my brother and I. So when we used to get letters from our customers asking questions or, you know, our colleagues would say, don't waste your time with that, just do what your bosses are telling you to do, you know? And we disagreed with that, and we would reply to every single letter we ever got, every single email we ever got. And we're still the same, only we're using social media right now, you know? So, and it's a lot easier, you know, than email and
I think it's a lot more effective.
Absolutely.
I heard of Wild Peter a long time before I went there. First, at the beginning, I thought it was a person. I was like, what is this? I don't even know what it is. I just know that everyone was talking about it. And then it became clear that it was a place. I still didn't know it was a restaurant until I went there.
And the benefit is you have thought leaders that when you connect to people on Twitter, etc., they're the thought leaders that are going to promote it, whereas some normal person off the street might not tell as many people, right?
Yeah, I mean, definitely the people who started off on social media, so Twitter or Facebook or whatever that platform is, are the trendsetters, and those people who are on it today are still that, you know. And it's the whole concept of retweeting and sharing, and is so powerful.
Okay.
So powerful because it could totally make you, and so powerful because it could totally break you as well.
Wow, so cool. No regrets about leaving the corporate world and doing your own thing. No sleepless nights setting up a restaurant?
In fact, I encourage all your viewers to take out their suits and burn them.
Awesome. Okay, this is Amir with Mohamed and Anna. The Anna, who's
Anna,
a super... Anna, who's a Wild Peeta fan, freak. But what we learned about is how Mohamed set up the restaurant, leaving his corporate job. I think you had a lot of advantage of, you know, having that 10-12 years of getting trained by the corporate world. You know, they're paying you a salary, but also you're learning. You know, learning from brands like Philips, Dunhill, etc., where they're teaching you. And people often forget that corporates are actually teaching you to learn about it. So then when you do go set up your own brand, whether it be a Wild Peeta or a university or whatever brand you might want to do, you've got that experience and that knowledge at someone else's expense. So do check out Wild Peeta. It's in Healthcare City in Dubai, and it's going to be expanding in the next couple of months. And also internationally, if you are interested in opening up a franchise, check out Mohamed and make sure you mention my name and give me a cut. And so we'll catch up.
Which is the real reason why we're doing this.
Yeah. What's your URL and Twitter and all these feeds?
You can find us on wildpeeta.com. That's Peeta with 2 E's.
Yeah.
And you just Google us, and you'll find us on Twitter, Facebook, Blip FM, Flickr, and a bunch of other sites.
Awesome. Thanks, Mohamed, for your time.
Thanks.
We'll catch up. Cheers.